Hey, everybody. It's a beautiful Friday, May the 21st. It's National Memo Day. And it's time for the Wise Guys and Girl, sponsored by Kmart and Grandin Toy. As always, let's start with Sir and the weather.
Well, I hope you got the memo to wear your shorts today because it's a hot one. Currently 24 degrees, working our way up to a high of 28. Going to feel a whole lot warmer than that with 51% humidity. Sunny skies today, a little bit of rain tomorrow, cloudy on Sunday, and the sun and cooler temperatures will be back on Monday. And for a random shout-out, let's have a random shout-out to the disgruntled employees out there. It has been a rough week all year. Just hoping that with the better weather, we'll see more gruntled employees coming to work next week.
Gruntle away, everybody. Well, did you get the reminder? Today is National Memo Day. You know, a memo could be a note, an email, or other record made for future use. Personally, I prefer paper copies. I'm definitely a pen and paper guy. In fact, I refuse to use a pen and a ruler on anything but paper. That's where I draw the line. Sometimes I switch it up and use graph paper. That's how you know that I'm plotting something. Hey, did you know that they made a movie about a notepad that lost its notes? It was called Finding Nemo. Actually, I was having problems with the printer this morning, so I called the LTSS and told them I was putting paper into the printer, but the display kept saying, it just can't get enough. It just can't get enough. And then they said, yeah, it's stuck in Depeche Mode.
I thought the repeated memos were from senior leadership. That was a mistake.
Yeah. That's you home with pay, and you home with pay, and you home with pay. Oh my! Well, it's time for Dunes with Damik. Damik, what are we listening to today? I'm curious where you're going to go because I heard a song called "Memo" by Young Thug, and I had to stop after 4 seconds because I was using a poor device. Yeah, I think I have to self-report now.
Yeah, it pretty much starts in the beginning.
4 seconds.
Yeah, no, can't do that. But I am going to hip hop route. But yeah, not Young Thug. It's pretty bad. But let's transport ourselves back into the early '80s, and I'm gonna go with Grandmaster Flash this morning.
Ooh.
And the song called "The Message," which is a legendary classic hip hop song. And what I didn't know about the song is that it's one of the 50 recordings chosen by the Library of Congress to be added to the National Recording Registry, which is pretty impressive. But it's one of those songs where we all know sort of the chorus, if you want to call it a chorus. And again, when you start the song, you know what I mean? And the whole "don't push me because I'm close to the edge, I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under." And I'm like, man, that feels like today for me. So I think on this long weekend, let's give ourselves a little grace. Some of us might decide that we want to go and start planting everything in the yard and stuff like that. But let's try to keep an even keel. You never know what life is going to throw at you. We really, as we have learned. And also, let's try to, as I always say, try to always go into the weekend trying to remember to be kind, because that's when I leave my house. I don't really leave my house during the week, so I have to remember kindness when I leave my house. But it's an incredible song. When you really look at the lyrics to the song, you really get a true an understanding of where he was and how he was living, right? And what life was like back then in New York City, and what he went through as a child, and what he saw and experienced. And what amazes me is he went from that to having his song be one of the top 50 songs chosen by the Library of Congress. So you can kind of see where he started and where that group started and where hip hop started and where it is now. And it's incredible that he went from a person who was so close to the edge, but was able to make it through and use his experience and use the authenticity of his life and communicate it to the world in a way that other people could sort of align with it, right? Even all these years later in 2021, a lot of what he's saying is a lot of what we're going through, which is what I really actually love about hip hop. Like it's storytelling at its finest, and it is at its most when it's done really well. It really hits you in a way that is just so honest and authentic. So, listen, Grandmaster Flash, the message, listen to that, and just if you're feeling a little low and you're wondering if you can move past where you are, this is the song that kind of reminds you that no matter where your circumstances are, one day you can look back and see what you overcame. So,
and what really is totally amazing to me is Grandmaster Flash actually used one of the top 50 inventions that were submitted to the library as well, the post-it note.
I mean, it is called the message. So Grandmaster Flash, and of course the Furious Wize.
Excellent.
He's the main vocalist on the song, but it's an incredible song. So listen to that today. Get in that mood. It's a summer song too. It's nice and groovy,
Perfect. And didn't the Rolling Stones write a song about him too? Grandmaster Flash is a gas.
Oh, probably. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Awesome tune. Way to kick off our weekend. Okay, it is time for Ventures with Venturo. Venturo, what's up this long weekend?
It's a great long weekend, man. And it's time for doing some gardening and doing some planting. Because once I came to Canada, I noticed that on this long weekend in May, everybody was out gardening. So that's what I'm going to suggest today. Get outside, and for sure, you guys know I will be planting my
Callaloo.
Yeah, man. Around there. Make sure that
I am so glad that you answered that, because I was really worried what was coming.
I just got that. I mean, that's another way of making money, to be honest.
Twice.
The extra vegetation that makes those bunnies hop.
That's right.
Oh.
Kitty hop. That's right.
But guys, just get out, do some gardening, and make sure that you put your garden in a place that has some sunlight, so the weeds can really grow, and you'll have some awesome fruits and veggies for this season. That's it for me, guys. Get out there and do some gardening.
Right on. Now, do you have to plant it from seed, or can you get a starter plant of it already?
Yeah, I actually got the starter plants yesterday evening, so I have those ready to go.
Where did you get starter plants for Callaloo? Like, where did you?
There's this place on Steeles.
In Brampton?
In Brampton, yeah.
Yeah, because the guy that we usually buy it from, I don't think he's even back up. I think he's still probably in Jamaica. Like, remember I was telling you about that farm in Milton?
Yeah.
I don't think he's here. So, and he could sell some. Remember, did I give you some?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good.
It's good.
But anyway, I digress.
Okay. Well, today we're going to test drive a sports report from Blue Jays prospect Todd Shepard. Hey, Todd, there's a former Blue Jays pitcher, Liam Hendricks. Do you know him?
Yeah, g'day, James. I do know a little bit about him. A right-hander coming out of Perth in Western Australia. Has a pretty good sinker, curveball that breaks pretty hard, and he's now moving and he's moved over to the White Sox and giving them a bit of a hurry up over there.
Wow! And how's your pitching career coming? I think we might be expecting to see you in a Jays uniform soon.
Well, actually, I'm really glad you asked. Pitching really well of late. Just last weekend, 6 strong innings, 6 strikeouts, ERA of 2.14. I'm going pretty well. Don't throw as hard as I used to, but you don't need to these days when you can just snap that curveball and have a little knuckleball that floats in the wind. Got a big game against Penrith tomorrow. It's my former team as well, so I'm going to look forward to striking a few more of those boys out.
Love that extra rivalry. Any other sports news that you can update us on?
Mate, I'd love to. the NRL, so our rugby league, which is our version of your American football and whatever, but we don't have helmets and pads and all that crap. We just come and smash each other. We've got the top the top 4 teams playing against each other on Sunday. And my beloved Parramatta Eels, they're playing against Manly on Sunday, which will be a cracker. And we get to have a sold-out venue, which will be fantastic. My boys are coming second at the moment. Penrith Panthers are leading the comp, which is they're undefeated here across Australia.
All right. Well, thanks for the sports update. Good luck in your match tomorrow.
I'll give you an update about that next week for sure. Our viewers would love to know how well I'm going.
Our Jays are really struggling with pitching right now, so you might be getting the call really soon.
Yeah. I'll be over in about 23 hours.
All right. Thanks, Todd.
All righty.
Oh, man.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. It is Friday. Time for Friday's joke of the week.
Well, I'm just so relieved that Rohini's online just to verify some information from me. I've been told that all office managers and secretaries in general are able to take a memo with either their left or right hand, but I'm convinced that's a stereotyping.
Oh, boy.
We're going to need a hit of oxygen.
And we've given Tamika another migraine, and the churros earned another $1 at the Zeller's restaurant. Well done, everybody. Well, that's it for us. Thanks to our fans and friends for listening. Have a great Friday and an outstanding long weekend, everyone. We are the Wize Guys and Girl, and Rohini and Todd, leaving you smarter and happier than you were yesterday.